guys, it's Leonard Rhinosauro here, and we're back with more Persona 4 Arena. And we're almost done with Persona 4 Arena. So I think my TV's really loud, so I'll be right back.
Why don't you introduce yourself?
Alright, that's a little bit. Okay, I'm done. So we're playing Naoto Story. So we're back and we're playing Naoto Story, which is the final original character setup that we had coming into this game. So everybody else's is done. Naoto's is the last, and then I know I have Elizabeth's story. I don't know how long Elizabeth's story is going to take. It could be as long, I'm going to assume it's going to be as long as Labrys's story. And I have a feeling Elizabeth's story is going to play out very similar to Labrys's, and the fact is, like, it was all story. It was all story, and there was, like, one battle. With Elizabeth, I'm going to assume there's going to be 3, because I'm going to assume you, I'm going to assume Aigis, and then I'm going to assume Labrys. So those 3, I feel like we're going to battle, because I feel like Elizabeth's story, again, is going to play out. It's going to be nothing but story. But we shall see. So, but we're not playing Elizabeth's story now. Playing Naoto's. So let's get in this.
Rise-san!
Freeze!
Look out!
I see something glimmer in front of me. Acting purely on instinct, I duck instantly. A low whizzing sound passes above my head. What was that? Did something get thrown up my way?
Naoto-kun!
Rise-san turns towards me. I look at her from across the room. She is lying on something large on the ground. What? On closer inspection, the red and white lump she is holding down is Teddy. I see. General Teddy is in the back of the room, so the one with Rise-san has to be the real one. A girl is standing between Teddy and the general. I've never seen her before, but looking at her mechanical body, I can tell who she is. That's Labrys.
What should we do? That girl wasn't normal. She wasn't even human. I know it sounds hard to believe, but she's a robot or something. She defeated Teddy and, Calm down. Are you talking about Labrys?
Though Rise-san is quite shaken, she still nods.
The riddle is solved then. You're not the real Teddy. You're only a shadow taking his form.
Duh.
The shadow of Labrys here, to be precise.
Aha! No wonder they call you the Detective Prince now, Chan. You cracked the case. But even if you figured it out, there's still nothing you can do.
I carefully watch General Teddy as he scoffs. Whatever it was he threw at me. I was too busy dodging to see it clearly, but it must have been dangerous. I'm sure he won't hurt his owner until he hears a certain phrase from her, but he has no reason to be gentle with the rest of us. I point my gun at him, ready for any more of his attacks. However, the next attack comes from a direction I had not been expecting.
What?
There's a droning sound. It's coming from a giant axe flying at me. The axe is bigger than I am, spinning through the air towards me. Like a boomerang, it curves back and returns to the hands of its wielder. There are thrusters behind the blade, allowing the axe to fly as it spins. It wasn't General Teddy attacking me. It was Labrys. Not the shadow, but the real one. What's going on? Wait, did she attack me the first time as well? That would explain why Rise-san is so shaken up. But the shadow's right in front of her. Why is she going after me?
It's not true. I'm human. This is all just a bad dream. I gotta destroy everything.
Oh, that makes sense.
I'm human.
I can't find any meaning in what she's saying. I want to convince her to stop, but I can't come up with the right words to do so. You know what's a really good word to tell people stop? Stop. Labras takes a fighting stance without wasting a moment. It looks like the only way to bring Labras back to normal is to fight her.
Rise-san, please stay back.
Naoto-kun.
Oh, now I gotta fight her. I never really expected to be able to convince her in the first place with the shadow here. I bite the bullet.
I will stop her, no matter what.
I will stop her, no matter what. Okay, sounds like an amazingly awesome idea. Oh, my arms hurt. I think I, like, pulled a muscle in, like, my elbows, and because they just, like, the muscle around my elbows, because they just hurt. It hurts to bend my arms. It's not good. Oh, shit! No! Fuck you! I hate this attack. Ah! Naoto, do something! Holy shit.
Okay.
Oh good, she's confused. Ah! Get past her. What the fuck? For somebody who's confused. Ah! She has one hit left. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I guess people are right. If you're able to play Naoto really well, it's like Naoto is pretty awesome.
Aw, she beat you fair and square. You really are useless, Labby-chan.
Wow. Ouch. After Labras collapses, the shadow looks at her as if she was trash.
Your whole reason for being is to fight. And you can't even do that. You're not worth a damn. You don't need to exist anymore.
The shadow's voice and speech pattern begin to slip away from its impersonation of Teddy. No, that's not all. The fake Teddy's appearance begins to warp as well. Finally, the time has come for it to reveal its true self. Quote unquote. Cool. The form that it takes is, as I thought, Labras.
I am a shadow. The true self. That's
My face.
Oh. You don't want to remember? Fine. You can die like that.
What? She's attacking her owner now? Is it a threat to pressure her? No, this is a shadow we're dealing with after all. There is no knowing what it will do.
Stop it!
What's this? Why are you protecting her? It's her fault you all had to fight each other, you know.
With that, she turns to her other self and looks down at her with disdain. What happened? Okay. I don't know. I didn't look over at the recorder, but all of a sudden my TV just like went black screen. Like my TV itself went black screen. I don't think it did anything. No, I think we're okay. Okay. With that, she turns to her other self and looks down at her with disdain in her eyes.
You want the everyday boys and girls to experience what you had to go through, right? That's why we're in a school having a fighting tournament? That ain't... My home was a horrible place. They made us fight and kill each other just to collect combat data. It hurts so much, but no one understands. How can I make them see? I know. I'll force friends to fight each other. Maybe then they'll understand. No. I wanna make them understand.
That ain't true. That's not what I want.
Oh, yeah? Then let me take over from here. I'll destroy everyone who pretends to understand. Just like you did before.
Stop! I've had enough!
Labrys!
No! You're not me! No!
You said it! You finally said it! The power, I can feel it building!
A sinister aura surges from the shadow. Even the surroundings begin to warp with its energy.
Yes, the power!
In an instant, the area becomes dominated by a piercing red light. The view from beyond the window has changed completely. I hear Rize-san gasp behind me. I don't know what this place is modeled after, but I get the sense that someone carved open a living creature's stomach. This is a reflection of Labrys' heart, the suffering she carries. The shadow's golden eyes stand out even more in the dusky redness focusing on me. I change my mindset. There's only one thing to do here. Just as my friends did for me.
Rize-san, you watch Labrys and Teddy.
I got him. Good luck, Naoto-kun.
Yes, I'll save her.
Well, that was easy. I like how very direct, like, Naoto's story is. It's like how direct it is. She's like, I'm in here. This is the situation. Let's go. It's like, okay, cool. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna save her. Okay, have fun. Okay. It's my plan.
Final.
Sniping!
Ah! Oh, God! Oh, shit. No! Oh, that was close. Oh, shit! Gotcha. Okay. Whew. The giant creature behind the shadow. I had begun to think of it as... Wait. The giant creature behind the shadow, I had begun to think of it as part of the shadow itself, vanishes with a loud roar. I managed to defeat her. She shows no further signs of resistance. Cautiously, I turn around and walk to Labrys, who is still sitting on the floor being helped by Rise-san. It seems Teddy has also regained consciousness. He had broken into a sweat, flustering as he stands up next to Rise-san.
Are you alright?
Labris has a melancholy look on her face as she hangs her head. She's so human-like. The sheer authenticity of that expression makes that thought appear in my mind.
I didn't have the chance to introduce myself. I'm Naoto Shirogane. You're Labris, is that correct?
She raises her head, but neither confirms nor denies it. She just quietly stares at her double across the room. A machine given the ability to summon a persona. The persona ability was the primary objective in her creation. The fact that she also developed a heart came as a byproduct. How much suffering did she have to go through having been treated like an object for so long? It isn't easy to imagine.
I can't claim to understand your pain. It was only today that I learned you existed, to say nothing of the weapons program from which you sprung. But there is one thing I do understand.
I kneel and look at Labris in the eyes.
Look carefully at me. Do I seem like a man or a woman to you?
Well, that's a weird question.
What do you mean?
You and I are alike. There is such a gulf between what we yearn to be and what we are that we have trouble accepting our true nature.
Oh, I get it. Okay.
Our true nature?
Just as I cannot break the glass ceiling of my profession, you cannot become human. That is the painful truth. But if we were able to change, would that truly bring us happiness? I feel there is something only you or I can offer, because of who we really are.
There's something a machine like me can offer? Even if there is something like that, there's no place I belong.
That's not true. I'm not human either, but I work at Jeunesse. The part-time ladies give me sweets sometimes and everything.
The heart is always lacking something. It may be that you and I will be troubled by this same thing for the rest of our lives. But please don't forget that you're not alone anymore.
I'm not alone.
I nod strongly to Labris as she looks up at me. I repeat it for emphasis.
Don't worry. You're not alone.
That's right. I'll stick to you like glue.
And it won't be just us. I'm sure you'll make lots of friends with everyone in town.
Really? A machine? Like me?
We nod. Labris stands up and approaches her shadow.
They said it's okay to be me. Doesn't that make you happy too?
She takes the shadow's hand as it drops its head listlessly.
I'm so sorry I locked you up inside me for all that time. We'll be okay now. I'm not alone. And you're not either, right?
Acceptance!
I'm sorry I ignored you all this time. I was the one who left you all alone. No, you are me, after all. This is my persona.
Cool.
Labras, there are some people from the Kirijo group here looking for you.
I wonder if they'll stick me back in that box again. Of course they will. After all, I caused a lot of trouble. What else are they gonna do?
I can't say anything about that for certain. But you should talk with them. It's your right to be where you belong.
Yeah, you're right.
At that moment, I hear several sets of footsteps approaching from outside. I stand and take a fighting pose for an instant, but relax when I hear familiar voices. I ease up and smile.
Is everyone all right?
Whoa, Senpai! You're back from the city already?
Never mind him, Kanji-kun. What about you? What have you been doing all this time?
The Shadow's host was defeated. The invisible walls must have disappeared. This place is familiar to all of us. With the walls gone, finding each other is a piece of cake.
Yo, Naoto. Guess you made the big meetup after all, huh? I swear, we're tied together by fate or something. Actually, is that the real you, Teddy?
You're so blind sometimes, Yosuke.
Rise-chan, I'm so glad you're safe.
Senpai, you're all here.
Kirijo-san's group comes in behind Senpai and the others. The room instantly falls silent. Perhaps some of the others had encountered them during a match before I did, but in general, everyone was shocked to see them. Kirijo-san weaves between all of us and walks directly towards Labras.
You must be Labras.
All of us hold our breath at Kirijo-san's dignified voice.
I'm Mitsuru Kirijo. You may have heard already, but I came to collect you.
Collect? At that, Labras takes a step back. I put my hand on her shoulder to comfort her. She looks at me and I nod. Human, robot, anyone, it doesn't change anything. But now, no matter who you are, there are things that you have to carry out through your own actions, using your own words.
I don't want to go back in that box. Or to that lab.
As Labras managed to say it, a voice speaks up from behind Kirijo-san.
Mitsuru-san, I'd like to ask that you consider her request. Labras's, my sister's abilities, will surely be useful to us. Please, can't we enlist her on a trial basis and see what happens?
Sister. Surprised by that unfamiliar appealtion, Labras looks towards the speaker.
You're a robot too.
It's nice to meet you. I'm Aegis, the 7th generation anti-shadow suppression weapon. I'm your successor, sister.
We're sisters?
She answered Labras with a smile. Amazing. Her tone, her expressions, they are all so human.
I'd like to third their request. I'm well aware that I'm in no place to make demands on you, but...
Kirijo-san gave a wary smile after a third objection.
I'm starting to feel like the bad guy. There's no need to worry. I wasn't thinking of sealing you away again.
Really?
You've awakened to your persona and gained control over it. True, I don't know for sure that the danger is past, but I don't feel that you need to be sealed off from humanity. Particularly since it's obvious that you have a heart.
Kirijo-san.
Labby-chan doesn't need to be all alone anywhere? Yay!
Naoto? Sorry to interrupt, but who are these people?
They kinda look like a bunch of freaks.
Yeah, I mean, one of them's not even human.
I guess she's a robot?
Huh? Wait a sec. Kirijo? As in the Kirijo group? Wait, what? What's going on here?
All of my friends begin to look at me, the only one who knows everything. Where should I start? More importantly, how much should I disclose? Either way, it looks like it's going to be a long explanation. First though, I suggest that we change locations. It's important to share information, but it is imperative that we all get out of here safely. Indeed, that is a very good thing to do. Teddy leads us to the roof. When he opens the door to the roof, though, we find ourselves in a place that looks nothing like the real thing. Everyone besides Teddy starts in surprise. Outside the door is a space that resembles a TV studio. That's right, it's the place that we used as an entrance lobby to the TV world last year. It disappeared once, but it must have reappeared when Labrys entered this world and created the school here. The others told me that the Midnight Channel aired again. Whoever watched the broadcast must have associated it with last year's airings. That explains why it looks exactly the same. At any rate, it looks like we'll be able to exit here in one piece. As I sigh in relief, Kirijo-san turns to us.
I should introduce myself to the rest of you. I am Mitsuru Kirijo. I cannot tell you who I am affiliated with or my position, but I bear all responsibility for Labrys. This case, the whole disturbance was mainly due to us. I'm very sorry for putting you in such danger.
Kirijo-san sums up the sequence of events. Labrys' entry into this world was the cause of it all. She and the others came here after her.
How do you know Mitsuru-san, Naoto-kun?
That's... well...
Shirogane was working with us. Since it was our first time in this world, he helped us safely reach Labrys.
So, the job you had was to bring Mitsuru-san and the others here?
Huh? Well...
Yes.
That was basically it. I'm sorry, but there are some things he cannot disclose. I ask for your understanding in that regard.
Sure, detective stuff. I getcha. That's pretty cool.
Sanada-san and Aiga-san don't say a word, even after Kirijo-san's explanation. It's not completely a lie, but still. I shrug and sigh softly. If I had denied that incomplete explanation, it would be the same as admitting that I was working against them.
I really am no match for her.
Well then, let's all go home. Alrighty, attention please. The trip doesn't end until we get out of the TV.
Dude, you really gave us a scare. And this isn't the first time either. Well, at least it ended well.
You know, I understand about Rise-chan and Teddy, but why did Kanji-kun go missing again?
Huh? Oh, well, because,
You needed a change of pace, no?
What?
Did I misspeak? You said something like, sometimes a man just wants to be alone inside a TV.
As if.
Naoto, you bastard! Why'd you have to tell him that?
Labrys laughs at our small talk. Looking at her, I begin to feel like this episode wasn't so bad after all. But suddenly, dun dun dun! Labrys' smile suddenly disappears, and her body freezes in an unnatural position.
Labrys?
Labrys does not answer me. Sanada-san shouts a warning.
Get away from her!
Everyone jumps back, confused. Kanji-kun wasn't even sure what he was supposed to do, backing away from at first. Soon, though, we all stand around her in a ring. Labrys stands in the center, completely motionless.
What's going on?
I don't know. I can only tell that she's probably being controlled from outside.
I love how calmly, Aiga's just explained that, oh, she's just probably being controlled from outside or something. It's not like she's, oh my god, she's being hacked! Controlled? As we all watch her confused and nervous, Labrys' right hand slowly begins to move. It reaches around her back to the thrusters, or rather to the axe. Labrys' eyes were staring blankly into space, but suddenly glance at me.
Shirogane!
The warning comes at the same instant as the attack. I can feel the wind of the axe passage as I bend backwards to dodge the blow. If she'd gone after anyone else, things might not have been so fortunate, I'm the only one who's actually seen that attack. But Labrys follows up with a different attack. Ah, shit. I gulp in spite of myself. That white, elegant silhouette behind Labrys. I'd almost forgotten. Labrys now has the power of a persona. Fighting her won't be as easy as it was before. Oh, great.
Labrys, why? Never mind, it can wait.
Never mind. I gotta do this. I'm surprised Naoto didn't fully analyze the situation.